Hey guys, the next FR that we will be getting is Neon, and it's not just an FR. Neon is actually a new character from Stranger of Paradise, and I have been playing that game for a while, so I'm actually pretty excited to get her entire kit. Anyway, let's move on with her evaluation and for her FR and her base kit. So Neon FR as main FR. I actually think that her FR is actually a very good main FR because the condition is very generic. Fire element, attacking an enemy with a stack debuff, and she provides that with her base kit, as well as ally hitting 999, 4 9s brave damage, right? 9999 brave damage. And with her BT, she actually provide fire enchant to the party, and her stack debuff will not decrease, which means that if her stack debuff is above 6 and if it's not going to decrease, the entire party will be hitting rainbow damage, and that will fulfill all of the condition for her FR, easily achieving 70 to 75% depending if you're using S1, S2, LD or EX, and if you're using echoes, it is 90%. That makes her FR a really good FR to be used as a main FR. So unless you are using an FR that is elemental like Garnets, so you have to be careful with that because you will not be able to deal fire damage. But if you have Lulu's LD call, then you can use it because Lulu enchant the party with true fire enchant, allowing even elemental attacker to deal fire damage. So with that, I give her a score of 4/5. So in comparison with other FR that is generic like Penelo's, so I want to mention this because to me they are quite different. Penelo is an FR where you don't have to attack the enemy and you will be able to fulfill all of her condition. But for Neon, you need to attack the enemy. So in that case, I do think a generic FR like Penelo's is actually better than Neon's. So I'm giving her a 4, and she's also lacking on 50% HP damage cap up, which will become a thing for most DPS unit moving forward in Echo's era. For her Echo, alright, here I want to make a form of disclaimer, is that when I evaluate a character's FR as Echo FR, I'm actually looking into what form of utility they provide, or if they hit exceptionally hard compared to any other units. So it doesn't mean that the FR is not good and you shouldn't be using it. So it is not that at all, right? So every FR that we get that has echoes is very much usable, really good. So if you see a low score that I give for example here, Neon's FR, and I give it a 2/5, it's because it's lacking of utility. It doesn't mean that you shouldn't even use it during the fight. Okay, so anyway, Neon does have a form of utility, but that's actually what she does in her entire kit, which is to inflict the enemy with the stack debuff. So the FR will put all the enemies at 5 stacks, but if her BT is active, the stacks doesn't even go down, so it doesn't really matter if doesn't even matter that you have to manage the stacks. All of it will be 10 anyway. So yeah, so I don't find that particularly useful, so I'm just giving her a 2/5 for echoes. Right, so let's move on. Okay, so for her base kit, she is a turn hogger. She is a DPS unit, but she does DPS by turn hogging. So, and we all know that in FR era, turn hogger generally doesn't have that much HP dumps, and they'll be eating away the limited FR turns. So do keep in mind that Neon does have that issue, but I believe moving on in Echo's era, if you are spamming some Echoes and then chaining into Neon's attack, there is no problem clearing fights anyway. It's just that you will not be seeing a huge BT phase from Neon. She's also perfect with off-turn attacker like Kayn or Core, or if you prefer off-turn with Echoes, then we are gonna get Cloud of Darkness together with Neon, so you can use that as well, or 7, right? So 7 LDs can be considered as an off-turn attack that scale with HP damage bonus. So overall, I think Neon is really fun to play with, so if you are interested on the turn hogging kind of playstyle, do get her. One thing I want to mention, and I believe I have mentioned that during Terra's evaluation, is that these turn hogger, they actually have a certain advantage, which is they are able to control the enemy's HP and threshold and things like that better, because down the line we will get a condition known as HP gate. So HP gate means that if you hit a certain HP percentage on the enemy, you will not be able to damage them further unless you fulfill a certain condition. So for example, on Leo's fight, you have to delay the enemy by 2 turns before you can damage them further. And one of the problems is that, for example, if you are, let's say, at 70% HP threshold, and the HP gate will trigger at 69, and your HP damage bonus is at 999%, right? So you'll be finding like, okay, if I'm going to use any attack that could potentially do 10% of the enemy's HP, you will end up just doing 1%, because 70 to 69 and it stops there. So that becomes quite a waste, right? Especially a waste of FR turn and HP damage bonus. So if you have Neon, then you can easily try to manipulate that and try to get past it before you go for the rushdown strategy. But anyway, that also means that you probably need more than 1 FR activation, and I do understand that a lot of people right now, they want to clear a fight within 1 FR, within 1 BT phase. And if you are that kind of characters, then probably you won't find Neon as much fun to play with. But if you are the kind that you want to take it slow and manipulate the fight, then Neon will be very useful. But do keep in mind that most of the Shinryu fight that we will be getting in the several weeks or months, Neon should be good enough to actually clear them even within 1 FR phase. And from the video that I have done, she can even solo her own Shinryu fight within 1 FR. Okay, but personally, for my evaluation, she provides the party with rainbow attacks as well as 30% HP damage up on a stack debuff, and to me that's actually pretty good already. Like, I would put her in a party just for her debuff, and yeah, and pretty much I like Tida's playstyle. But actually right now I'm contemplating whether if I should really pull for her, because I do have her in my JP account, and if I want to play, you know, with her kit, I could just easily log in back to my JP account and play with the kit. So I'm still considering. I actually wanted to gem for Neon because I do want to get Cloud of Darkness FR as well. But anyway, for anyone that is definite to pull for her kit, I wish you luck and have fun.